Them say if one person own no spoil, another person own no go better. Now the big question is, will Ousmane Dembele, who got injured against Paris FC, will he return on time to face Arsenal on the 30th day of May when the Champions League final will take center stage right there in Hungary? Arsenal fans are praying, oh God, don't recover. But of course, you never can say never. Ousmane Dembele, he has not had it very good this season in Paris. Guess what, people? In 34 matches he has played in the Ligue 1, he has only been able to finish one game. The other 33, then they always come out and
that's crazy.
Injury. Go. Welcome to Inside the 90, brought to you by Stadium Side. Cosmos Chukwemeka, my name. I have Amarachi Dimoko, I have Emmanuel Mba, I have DJ Dika Divine, the classical one. And together we're here to preview, review, and break that thing. It's very easy for you like ABC, not complicated like LVG Tactics or Liam Rosseno, who's supposed to be a tech man, but they don't suck him right about now. Chelsea, trying to discover Mungo Park. Their problem is spiritual, physical. If any of you have any pastor to recommend for them, Biko, can you do that? Which pastor?
They don't call Alonso now.
Mikel Arteta is the pastor.
They don't call Alonso.
Okay, Alonso. Now, what's the thing with you guys twisting all this manager names for England? Especially if you go Man U or you go Chelsea.
It's an Igbo thing, like Hugo Ekete in Liverpool. So they don't bring Alonso. Maybe he go sanctify them.
He has made promises though. Said that he's going to improve Chelsea, but one thing I like about what he said is that they need time to rebuild.
Everybody
Remember,
wants to rebuild.
don't be the man to the East borrow money that they pay back.
That rebuild. Nothing
Ruben
Amorim do us.
But made a hell Carrick. All the people say manager balance. Carrick not tell us when they say one rebuild though.
Yeah.
He just come. He show workings. There's been too much green since Carrick joined Man U. He has had 11 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses in 16 games.
Yeah, that's a good return.
You know, tell us they want review though.
Because you know why I'm saying about reviewed. When I must give kudos to Amorim though, because when Amorim took over, we didn't have Cunha, we didn't have Mbeumo, we didn't have Sheshko, we didn't have Lemans. So these players came and changed the team. I must give kudos to him because he was the manager.
But he got them, he couldn't use them. They played for him.
He was the manager that brought these guys. So any other manager taking over from them, you don't need rebuilding with these such players. Why I was after him was
you need to play to their strengths.
Yes, play to their strengths, and they'll give you results. But look at Chelsea. You need to rebuild. Those guys are youngsters. The average age is 23 years. Average age of the Chelsea squad. How many experienced players are there?
By right, they're supposed to Nigeria, they're doing Kurumi.
Yes. You see Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez are the old players. Sanchez. Those are the experienced players that Chelsea have.
You're flying Eagles.
You see, or Flamingos.
Now, congratulations to Man U. 3-2 victory against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Started railing goals early. But then the controversy here has to be the goal that Man United scored, courtesy of a handball on Mbeumo. Now, let me ask again. Dika, would that be a handball for you? Or if you it's a right call?
You don't already say courtesy of a handball. Courtesy the answer than a handball.
Yes, that's what they are tagging it. Yes. That it should have been, VAR should have been called. VAR was consulted
exactly.
And let it go. For me, I feel that the hand was in a natural position. He didn't outstretch the hand intentionally to gain advantage by winning the ball. The hand was just that, then the ball struck him. So I wouldn't call it a handball.
Okay. Now, Bruno Fernandes. Describe him for us.
There's
the love of your life.
There's
Oringo
now allow me to come. There's this recent saying. Malice may last for a night, but Chike comes in the morning. But this time around, Bruno.
Now, can you this Chike matter come here?
Bruno.
Chike come in the morning.
Yeah, calm down.
Nigerian women, they hate Chike for cheating.
Bruno.
Okay, no problem. No be cheating.
Is everything and more. If you're going through a lot, just type Bruno. You know how all these network people tell you if
Bruno
type
name of dog now.
Bruno Fernandes about Bruno name of dog. You know they see people they name their dog Agita.
Na name of whiskey.
No be name of whiskey. Bruno na Oji assist the more on the man you one. You're going through a lot. Just ask Bruno for assist. Okay, the boy they give Joe. Like there's this confidence whenever Bruno is on the pitch. Iwatago. Oh, whenever if you don't understand Igbo, that's auxiliary verb.
So 20 assists this season, equaling the record that was set by
Thierry Henry,
Kevin De
De
Bruyne
Bruyne.
previously. That's nice. No, one more game
One
to
more
go.
game to go. He could still get
can
another.
he better that record?
Well, it depends on how
Clinical the strikers are.
the strikers are, if they are able, because you look at against
Nottingham Forest.
not even Nottingham Forest, against the match they played
Sunderland.
before this Nottingham Forest,
Sunderland,
he created a lot of chances but nobody to score. If I don't come out this, if I don't do like 21 or 22 assists by now, Baba they create, but nobody. So that's the thing. It's not just about creating. I mean, he said it when he was, I think, 18 assists or 19. He said that. It's not that he's making assists, but it's because his strikers are there to convert it. Because if there's nobody there to convert it, no assists, nobody will record it for you. And then that's also to give it up for the three forwards, talking about Shesko, Mbeumo, and Kunha. This is the first time in the competition that a new signing, three of them are new signing, and they've got 10 goals. And of course, double 10,
digits.
and then this guy 11. This is the first time it's happening, and you give it up for them. I also said something on this show that anytime Kunha scores, we're winning.
So
And
you guys are on cloud 9 now.
Like-
The feeling is
Orgasmic. Thank you.
We are not on cloud 9. We're supposed to be chasing the title.
It no matter at all. Last year with the chess relegation.
Picky way wrong go first learn how to crawl. Now crawl na the crawl.
Last
now.
season with the chess relegation, with the beg, may we come up for relegation.
Now next season in Numba, they'll be playing the Champions League. There is FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and there's league title to pursue. Which one do you think is likely for Man U to win among all these 4 competitions?
Well, I think it is more feasible for them to at least compete for the Premier League title. That is if they get the necessary players needed, because I still feel like this squad needs more legs. People like Casemiro are leaving, and then you would want also to get an experienced player in that midfield to assist the likes of Kobe Mainoo and Bruno
Maybe
Fernandes.
bring back Alejandro Garnacho.
Onya.
We sold him. He's not there.
No.
Okay, yeah.
By the way,
Onana is coming back. That's good news.
Onye?
Marcus Rashford is coming
We
back.
want dash out.
Yes, we can.
But-
Rashford is coming
we can
back.
make do with Rashford.
No, but
Because-
not Onana. We want to
No,
dash
no,
Onana
no,
out.
no, no.
Rashford
Onana
didn't
can-
have any issue with Carrick.
Yes.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
Carrick already made
they need
made a
him.
statement that
Yes.
he
He
doesn't have a
welcome him
problem.
back,
Yes, he don't
yes.
have a problem incorporating him in that. And we need him in as much as we have a good front line. But, the addition of Rashford will make a great difference. So it's not bad. Neither is Diego.
No, but it's a good news that Ruben Amorim pushed Rashford out. If not, if you don't win league title.
Absolutely.
So sometimes if your relationship they push you, go out, you go see something nice.
Exactly.
Yes.
As they do,
Exactly.
Go see Chike outside.
You know the transfer.
When Nigerian women think they support Chike.
I not
Una dey
support Chike. Oh. I just they talk about the matter. You know.
Okay.
You don't be talking about say if your relationship push you out, you go out. As the man is pushed out.
As they push Onana out,
So
people
man,
are
this is
back.
enough to push somebody out.
I no talk like that. Now your way you talk now, I mean they
As they
align
push
with.
Onana come out, waiting for him come back.
He no go come back. Oh, make it there.
He's already back.
Who won't replace?
Liverpool. Emmanuel Numba. Will it be wise to keep Arne Slot? Because we saw Salah say a whole lot on Saturday on his social media handle.
Yeah.
And then the last game of the season, when Wazaruni is suggesting that Salah guy, drop him, no play him for his last match. Would that be appropriate?
I want to say something. You know, for a couple of days now, a couple of weeks now, news surrounding Arne Slot has refused to go down.
Yeah.
Especially if he's going to stay or
And
he's
it's being
going.
fueled by Salah.
And another thing is this. I feel like Mo Salah there is bad blood between Mo Salah and Arne Slot.
No, it's obvious.
It's
And
obvious,
it-
I
Because
think.
he acknowledged the gang pressing that was, that
And
they
I've-
used under Jurgen Klopp.
I've noticed since their issues began, whenever there is pressure on Arne Slot, Salah always makes it to the news, makes it to the media. He always comes up with something. So the social media post.
So if you're an slot, will you drop Salah in the last game? It's fair game.
uh,
To show him that you're the boss.
it's possible he might do it, but then I don't think he's going to do
Is
it
it
because
wise, professional to do it?
for what he has given to Liverpool, I don't think it would be nice for him to.
Because
to-
he's
to-
leaving at the end of the
He's
season.
been criticizing the team under this coach. And if you go by the players' conduct, it is absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
because
For me, if I'm Arne Slot, Salah's last season, I won't
Last
play
game.
him. Salah's last game, sorry, for Liverpool, I won't play him.
Oh, okay.
He won't even sit on the bench.
And that was
No, that will show a deterrent going forward into the
to
new
others,
season.
yeah.
Nobody dares with the boss. I am in charge. You said a lot, especially after the second to the last game. You said a lot of things, which, if you look at the team, there was a time Salah went 9 games without scoring,
Or assisting.
goal
Oh, no assist,
contributions.
nothing.
He attributed it to not maintaining the gegenpressing that they are known for.
He shouldn't tell the coach
What
what
to do, what to play.
The coach should tell him how to play.
Exactly.
This is the coach that won the Premier League with Salah in that team. So what happened? Allow the coach to do his job. If the coach is not getting it right, allow the management to sack the coach, not you.
Telling the management what
Telling
to do.
the coach or the management, voicing out when you were in the team. Like
In
you
public.
said, in public, they have a code of conduct for players.
Yeah.
So if I am Anslot, I will not bench Salah. I will not even name him among the 18 players.
But-
I think
but-
it's,
but-
it's actually insensitive for Salah to make that.
But then,
comment. Having
but-
one more match to be, you're
Yeah.
leaving at the end of the season. Like just you get
I
something
even made it
after the
last
nobody.
match, yeah.
There was something
But
Cristiano
how
Ronaldo
about
said.
this? How about this?
Okay.
You know, they say all fingers are not equal. You know, some stands out.
Okay.
I don't know why you're looking at your before. It's even short. As I was saying,
Try.
we've seen players like Ronaldo throw the team or the coach under the box.
Absolutely.
You know, we've seen even Messi too.
Ibrahim-
Kylian Mbappe,
Ibrahimovic,
some
a lot
top
of
guys,
them.
Ibrahimovic, they do that a lot because they have this, you know,
Big ego.
big ego, larger than life, alpha male.
And there's
thing,
nothing
so to
the
speak.
coaches
So
will do about
Salah
it.
is in that class
Yeah.
because he has gotten there. But now it should be above. If he doesn't play Mohamed Salah in the last game, it means that most of the things that Salah is saying, some of the fans who are
Pro Salah.
pro Salah will want to use that against Arne Slot.
Sorry,
Absolutely.
let me just ask. Sorry, why I said so is because Salah is leaving.
Yeah.
Had it been he was not leaving, Salah will continue next season. I wouldn't say don't play him.
Exactly. You're
Don't
leaving.
even
You
name
shouldn't
him.
have even
At
said
least he's
that.
starting from the bench.
At the
But
end of the
for this
season, you
reason,
can
Salah
say
is
it.
leaving.
Yeah.
So
But then we have to consider that it's not even certain that Arne Slot is going to continue come next season because there is a lot of pressure coming from the fans that the management should let him go. And I've said it here repeatedly. For me, majority of Liverpool woes this season, 70% of the blame goes to Arne Slot. And then for Mo Salah, like I said, it is also because he's going to leave. He feels like the coach isn't going to do anything about it. I'm practically leaving this club. So whether I play or I do not play, this is my last season.
No, he
here.
messed up. He needs
Okay.
that a farewell on that
Because
last
of
game.
time.
Even if he doesn't play, he's still going to get a
let's talk
farewell.
Chelsea. Chelsea lost the FA Cup final. You know, that's the 7th time they've lost domestic or final consecutively. Very terrible. You know, they say if you call the name of Jesus 7 times, door will open. But Chelsea only, if you call her 7 times, and failure.
Okubawa,
You know.
Okubawa.
But let's see. There were some calls. Joao Pedro in that game, a penalty should have been awarded. But was that a penalty for you or not, DJ Rika?
yes, for me it was a penalty. I feel he would have been given the penalty. That was a foul inside the box. I feel that should
And that
be
would
a
have
penalty.
changed the course of the
Yes,
game.
because it would have been Chelsea 1-0 up.
Up.
That happened
Then
before.
Man City start
Yes,
chasing.
Man City start chasing. I feel that should have been a penalty.
For me, I don't think it's a penalty.
Okay.
I saw that game. I don't think it's a penalty. But then,
But why? Why do you say it's not a penalty?
I mean, it's not as if he was with the ball. The Manchester City defender was coming to close him,
Kusanov.
and that was what he did. The thing is this: it's a fine margin. It is contestable.
But there's contact.
Exactly.
was
It is
contact,
it
right?
is contestable. But then I blame the Chelsea players. If it was a Manchester United player and a Bruno Fernandes in that team, I'm sure Manchester United are going to get a penalty.
Why?
The kind of pressure when they go put the referee self.
No.
be
But
way-
it's not against the rule for you to put pressure on referee. Only the captain can speak on behalf of the team.
no.
That's what I'm saying. The players, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, the likes of them will be protesting. I mean, that ball would have gone out.
If they protest again, the yellow card.
But then,
Aside for the captain.
But then it will be they'll be forced to
To consult VAR.
consult the VAR. But then Chelsea players didn't protest. Like I didn't see that anticipation. Like, all right, what's up? They just kept quiet. But on a personal note, I do not feel it was a penalty.
Sorry to add, I feel VAR would have, looked at that incident because Kusanov prevented Joao Pedro
Yeah.
from getting closer to the ball by contacting him. There was contact.
And he
went for the shove. That is not how to retrieve a ball.
Yeah.
Like he said, the ball was not with Joao Pedro. So what was your action for? You went to actually stop the man from going to get the ball.
instead of getting the
And
ball
you succeeded.
yourself.
So
That is why I said it was a fine margin. That Pedro wasn't with the ball exactly. What he did was shove him, and then the ball goes out for goal kick. That is why I said the Chelsea players didn't protest. Had it been they protested, the VR and the referee will be forced to go and visit the VAR.
Now let's talk about the goal. Oh my word, man! Antoine Semenyo. When I remember he's a Ghanaian, I'm like, God, why you come from Ghana? You're supposed to come from Nigeria. Too much skill, too much intelligence, a breathtaking finish. Nobody saw that coming. You can call that a scorpion type of kick in a different way. Backflip and then in.
I like
Incredible goal.
what I like about him is his trajectory. He has
Yes.
continued to grow.
Yeah.
Remember after the game, I saw his interview and he said this is what he has always wanted, to be playing for the big boys, to be
Okay.
winning trophies, and that's what he has done at Manchester City this season. He has won 2 trophies now with Manchester City, and again,
Domestic treble, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no, double.
Double.
One more to go.
one more to go, and again,
They're not going to win that one.
and again, he has a goal in a major cup final
That decided.
as compared to a certain early Brute Haaland who hasn't scored in a
But he
final.
assisted the goal.
Absolutely, but he hasn't scored in a major final for Manchester City. That's number one. And also, it shows you that when it doesn't matter where you're playing, I'm talking for a player who's coming from Africa.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you're playing. Keep being consistent, and then
Improve your game.
Improve your game, and the bigger boys are going to notice, and then come for you.
That's one thing I love about Godela. Dika mentioned about Man you getting the right players, not just getting players. Godela is one man that knows what he wants, and he gets them. When I do my program, I said my
He's an
my
intentional
coach said-
man, I
said
mean.
he's- and he gets them for the most ridiculous prizes.
Absolutely, people.
Samuel's price wasn't ridiculous.
No, not very
It was-
ridiculous, but when you look at Guehi,
Where you were just 6 months left.
That's what I'm saying. People always attribute Guardiola to signing big stars, but then that is not true.
That's not true. He gets.
He always gets
the
his
right
players.
Not
He
always.
wants.
There are
Not
players he
always,
has
though.
gotten that have also not performed. In that team, there's a young man he got from Girona. that's not performing.
Even when he was at Barca, he has gotten some players who didn't perform.
Ibrahimovic.
What I'm saying is, Guardiola doesn't always buy players at astronomical figures. That is what people do not get. They think Guardiola is a kind of coach.
Stone.
It's
For how
stone now.
much?
It's stone.
For how much?
At the time,
Ellen Bruce Haaland, for how much? Remember, even before he joined Manchester City, he was one of the most coveted strikers in the world. But then, Manchester City got him for a fee nobody anticipated.
okay. Now let's talk about Man City. Fantastic performance. Their 8th trophy in the FA Cup in history.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola has done really fantastically well. 3 FA Cup trophies, right? Since he joined them, I think in 10 seasons.
Yes.
He lost 2.
Yes, he has lost 2.
2 finals.
Two
in the FA
finals,
Cup,
yes.
1-3.
1-3, yes.
That's a good
And
return.
It's a good return, and by that, they've matched Chelsea's return in the FA Cup.
Absolutely.
Both teams have 8 trophies. And for Chelsea, it's a bad one, especially for Rhys James.
Yeah.
He has played in 4 FA Cup finals, and he has lost the 4 consecutively. That is a record for Chelsea. It's not looking well for them. And for City, well, for me, it's been mixed feelings, for City. There are also players that Guardiola have gotten, and we've not seen that fine form, that fine, return from them. Yes, he has gotten some other players. Semenyo didn't come for a cheap. Even Ellen brought Haaland, considering how the transfer market works. If you look
At the time.
Yes, at the time. Look at how many years is left for your contract to run. And then you look at how much they are getting you.
Yeah.
For Gueye, he was £10 million. For a guy that has 6 months left to go for a free. If you've waited till the summer, Gueye will leave free. You save £10 million. It's not small money, it's big money. So, but then, I'll give general kudos to Guardiola. Nobody saw, one special thing about Guardiola this season is, nobody gave them that pressure of winning double or treble.
Yeah,
And here they are.
Exactly.
They've won 2. They are about winning the 3rd one.
Going by how they fared last season.
Yes, and then other teams, there have been pressure, quadruple. Their fans have been making noise, but this is a silent achiever. He has won 2 trophies.
That's true. That's a huge achievement.
So it's a huge achievement for me. I give him kudos. What he has been able to do at City, 9 years. Look at the return of trophies. About 18, 19 trophies he has had.
That's 17 trophies
17
now.
trophies now in 9 years.
That's
Come
crazy.
on, that is Sir Alex Ferguson prodigy.
Only Sir Alex Ferguson have won more title,
Yeah.
than Pep Guardiola in history. And Pep Guardiola has achieved that with less number of
years.
years.
Yeah.
Rather. I think it took him 16 years, to get 41 trophies. Sir Alex Ferguson has 49 trophies, so he has 8 more to equal that record.
And I don't think Man City will keep him that long. And that's another thing.
No, they will.
Not even Man City. Not even Man City.
The ball is in his court.
To-
For City, I believe they want Pep Guardiola to stay for the next 10 seasons. But the ball is just like what Manchester United did with Bruno Fernandes. When Al Hilal came calling, United had no say. United was like, Bruno Fernandes, make the decision.
Yeah.
That is why I'm always grateful to Mrs. Fernandes. Because she told him, is this all you want to achieve at United? He said no, then stay. That was why Bruno stayed. So now, in Guardiola's case, City is not going to tell him leave. Even when he had the bad run, the bad spell, people were saying it's time for him to go. City said no. You've given us what nobody has ever given to
The
us.
Champions League.
So I feel that it will be in Guardiola's own
Best
interest or
interest.
decision to say, okay, I'm leaving at the end of this season. But for City, they want him to stay.
Because already they already have.
Let's go straight to Spain because of time. Robert Lewandowski, for the last time, came out of the top after that game you guys won. Kudos. A brace from Rafinha. It was also good to see your former player, former Arsenal player, Bellerin, assist an opponent. Sometimes your look, they affect you. That can be when you go put like a Herbert Macaulay. They affect the guy.
This is the same Bellerin that scored
Against Real Madrid.
Against Real Madrid.
Eh.
Barcelona never talk with him and give this guy.
He got pass ball, give
Yeah.
Rafinha. Carry ball, go put inside it.
I never talk with him and give her. That
But,
guy is a cheat.
Cancelo also was among the goal scorers on the night.
Absolutely. My
But
pick.
talk us through Robert Lewandowski. What does it mean for you guys as a fan?
This man is a living legend. He has done it all.
Living legend as well.
As Bayern, at
Football.
Barca, even in football.
But he didn't win Champions League with Barca.
I didn't say he
No,
won.
I'm just saying.
No,
now.
but then he's a living
They are
legend.
hyping this.
He has.
Lewandowski is more of a Bayern legend than Barcelona.
Lewandowski won 3 La Liga trophies in 4 years. Won a Copa del Rey and then won 3 Super Cup in also 4
No
years.
Champions League.
And scored more goals
Than Bayern.
than he scored at Borussia
I'm talking
Dortmund.
about Bayern Munich.
Because he played his peak at Bayern Munich.
That is what I'm saying.
He came to Barca at the age of
You are
34.
saying the same thing. He's
He
more
came to- no.
legend to Bayern that you are claiming that Barca.
I'm not saying he's not a Bayern. I never said he's never
Okay,
a
he
Bayern
just said
legend.
living
I said
legend.
he's a living legend.
He's not even is he a legend at Barcelona?
I said Bruno Lewandowski is a living legend.
He didn't specify Barca.
Is Bruno Fernandes a legend at Manchester United?
Don't talk about if I go stone you.
Is he a legend?
Star. Go there.
What has he won at United?
You tell me. What has he not won at United?
What has he won at United now?
Trophies
You
now
tell
determine
me
who a
now.
legend is.
Vinicius Junior scored the only goal for Madrid. They won away from home against Sevilla.
It's surprising how he has scored in back-to-back games for Real Madrid. Without
I think the crisis is in his favor.
absolutely.
Because he's been shining this season.
No, not like he's shining. No, what?
Last season was Mbappe.
Most of his goals now go back and check this season. Most of Vinicius' goals has come in games Mbappe didn't feature. Even if Mbappe features, but then most of his goals has come in games he didn't play with Mbappe at the same time. And also, it's as if, like you said, the crisis right there at Real Madrid is favoring him.
Yeah.
I don't think his position at the club is threatened. If you've noticed his demeanor, he's calm about all the crisis because the pressure is not on him. Like everybody is saying, is Mbappe going to stay or is he going to leave? I mean, some fans are calling for him to leave the club. So whether good or bad, it favors Vinicius, and then he's having the time of his life.
Ademola Lookman scored the only goal for Atletico Madrid.
Also, another
won.
player who has scored in back-to-back games now. This is his 4th La Liga goal. Remember, he joined in January. But then, kudos to them. And then the farewell for Antoine Griezmann.
Yeah.
But then he's somehow,
His speech.
yeah, somehow
He said that he
throw-
apologized to Atletico Madrid fans for joining Barca.
Try-
He shouldn't have gone there.
somehow throwing shade at Barca.
Yeah.
But then I don't know what he has won with Atletico Madrid that he should be throwing shades at Barca. We all know that he never won the league at ATM.
Yeah.
Never won the league at Barca,
Barca.
but then he won a trophy with Barca. So I don't know why he's shading Barca. We paid him more when he was.
Because of the way you guys,
No,
you
we-
guys received him.
we paid him more.
Atletico,
No.
he has been loved.
Barca did not treat Barca as a team.
I'm
Never
not the
treated,
fans.
never treated Antoine Griezmann bad. You might say he will have
But the fans
More
booed him.
love.
That- that-
Atletico
And that's why
showing
he
more love.
apologized to the fans
Yes.
of Atletico that love him.
It was about the fans, not the
Now
team.
who love me, I go love. Now
Yes.
Burna Boy is singer.
That's what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Because he has stayed and played more games for ATM. He has played longer there. He has stayed longer there. So that emotional attachment, that emotional connection will be there. But then the shade he's throwing, I think is
You're
You
not
always
comfortable
find
with
you always find
Alright.
some way
No
to
problem.
exonerate. your
Xabi
guy.
Alonso, that was the man that was throwing shit at you while he was in Spain, is now the coach of Chelsea. How far can he take Chelsea?
The guy is good. We watched him at Leverkusen. I mean, he would have done more with Madrid, but the players' ego not allow the guy to do anything. And
Where do you see Chelsea next season?
I can't say because just like Dika mentioned, with these same players,
Yeah.
they need overhauling. Oh, yeah, where because the person need overhauling.
So
Chelsea need overhauling.
any target for them?
They feel make them to Champions League or not,
Okay, qualify.
but they go
Okay.
make Europe.
All right. Emmanuel?
where there's going to be improvement in terms of team play, because not just at Real Madrid, we followed Alonso, his trajectory starting from Bayer Leverkusen. The kind of football he plays is beautiful, and he's going to Chelsea fans are going to love it. But then, are they going to give him the players required to implement his tactics?
He's in charge. He's going to be involved in signing players.
Absolutely.
Like going by the contract.
And time too.
But then there are a lot of players there also where I feel like they shouldn't be playing for Chelsea.
Dika, this seems to be like the right appointment if you go by the manager himself, Xabi Alonso, because this is somebody who has played under Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, Rafa Benitez. That
Vicente-
experience,
Vicente Del
you understand
Bosque.
what it means to manage players, both the tough ones, the strong ones, and everything. And now, with how he left Madrid, I'm sure he has learned a thing or two that he want to bring to Chelsea and right the wrongs.
Yes, it's a good appointment. Why good? Because, like you said, he's not the head coach, he's the manager.
Yeah.
So he's in charge of going out and coming in. He's absolutely in charge. Then, looking at Chelsea, I faulted why Madrid signed him. Just like I said about Cesc Fabregas, young managers like this, you need more experience, especially young managers that have achieved using average players. At Leverkusen, he used average players to win the league. There were no major superstars in that team. And then he went to Madrid that had superstars. It was difficult. Now at Chelsea, just few top players there. You understand? Cucurella, Enzo, and Co. Just few of them. He can be able to manage that team. He will be the man they are all looking for. Just like what Michael Carrick is doing at Manchester United. Manchester United players do not see Michael Carrick as only the coach. They are seeing him as a mentor. If you look at the midfielder, they reverend him. That is what Alonso is going to bring to Chelsea. They are looking at a man, not just as a coach, they're looking at a man that is a mentor. When you instill that in players' minds, in their subconscious, their loyalty will be to you.
And they want to play for you.
Jose Mourinho is a man that comes close to that. He always do that. He didn't play professionally at the top level, but he has this way of psyching you up that you want to go out there
And deliver.
for him. So whenever he tells you, go do this thing for me, you go do it. So Xabi Alonso should just incorporate a little bit of that, and then it will work well for him at Chelsea because the players there, they are not egocentric players. They are young lads that are willing to learn, they are willing to improve. Enzo and Caicedo, those guys will do very well with him. The only thing, like Emmanuel said, is for Chelsea hierarchy to give him time.
Absolutely.
Fine.
Allow him
Alright.
stay. Allow him to do his job because they've given him the title of manager, but then we all know how these Americans behave. I'm not comfortable with that idea
We need to
because
leave them with Chelsea with their problem. 58 goals in 55 appearances across all competitions for Harry Hurricane
That's
in
madness.
Germany. League is done and dusted.
yeah,
Sum it up for us.
36 goals in the league, and then five assists also in the league, which is 41 overall in the Bundesliga. It has been a walking, talking statistics for FC Bayern Munich and the Hurricane, getting in the goals, and then in fine form.
Michael Olise too.
Also top assists, 19 assists this season
Yeah.
in the league. For Bayern, in fact, they blew every team away when it comes to the Bundesliga this season. There weren't for me any competition this season in that league.
Any team got relegated?
Yeah, some of the teams got relegated in that team, but then it shows you that this what you need to do well in the Bundesliga when you're playing in a league like this. Get as much points as possible, especially your home games, because most of the teams there that got relegated, most of them lost so many games at home, and then if you don't win at home, I don't think it's going to be easy for you to win your games at other people's ground, which is absolutely what happened right there in Germany.
Henderham and St. Pauli are the two teams that finished 17th and 18th respectively, and it's not looking good for them. But if you look at the top guys, Bayern, Dortmund second, RB Leipzig third, VfB Stuttgart are finished third. Now let's go straight to Italy, where our own goalkeeper, Marco Koye, was adjudged the player of the season for Udinese. What is season he has had with them?
Yes, indeed, a season, because at some point he had issues. He was banned for a few matches, and to have that hiccup.
No,
and
then
still-
they were investigating the scandal
Of course.
that he was involved in betting.
Betting and match
Yeah,
fixing
but
and all that.
he's been
But then
cleared.
he's been
He's
he,
not
he was
guilty.
cleared, yes,
Yeah.
but he missed those matches
He
now.
missed some games.
And then you came back, and that did not hold you back.
So Maduko Koye with the Nigerian Spirit ensuring that his 10 clean sheets this season in 28 appearances for Udinese
Actually,
is top notch.
29.
29, right? So
Yeah.
even though his team lost, he considered one goal over the weekend, but it doesn't matter.
In effect, and that's the Nigeria spirit, because this guy had little issue, was under investigation, missed some matches, but he came back and continued to win best player. That's crazy. And then he conceded 30 goals, yet had recorded at 10 clean sheets over 29 appearances. That's incredible. And of course, his team are 10th on the table. They're not suffering or fighting for relegation. They're just somewhere there.
They're just there. So Cremonese beat them.
Talking
At home.
about Nigerian Spirit, why is it that whenever he comes to the Super Eagles, he starts fidgeting and then playing with, like he plays with fear or something?
Have you met Nigerian fans? Have you seen us? Like what we were saying is that Nigeria is a place you want to play for them, but you feel win 99, maybe you miss one, they will destroy. That single mistake. Before this guy go get the confidence.
Everybody can relate.
Before this guy go get the confidence to do that goal post.
Yeah.
You go hard though.
So can we say he's the Nigerian Spirit?
Fiorentina in a derby game. I call it a derby because it's a rivalry anytime they play Juve. But they beat Juve away from home 2-0.
I was surprised with that result because Juve for themselves, they are on 68 points. They needed to win that game to compete with the likes of AS Roma, Napoli, AC Milan to qualify for the Champions League next season. But they lost, just not by 1 goal, but by 2 goals to a Fiorentina side that have not won away from home in 13 league matches.
That was a shocker.
That was a shocker. That was the upset, for the week in Italy. And I don't actually know. The on and off button at Juventus have been on a lot. In fact, not only Juventus, the likes of Napoli, AS Roma.
But Napoli
AC
won
Milan.
3-0 away
Yes,
from
they
home
won, but
over the weekend.
they've won in their last 2 games.
Yeah.
If you give them another 2 matches, they will lose and win 1. The inconsistency among these
Your
teams
former
this
players
season-
were on target.
Yes,
McTominay,
and
Rasmus
Rasmus
Højlund.
Højlund. I know, but the inconsistency in these Italian teams has been going on a lot this season. Save for Inter Milan, they have been the exceptional team that can go 5-7 matches unbeaten. The rest, you see them losing scandalously to teams that they are not supposed to lose. The last time was AC Milan losing to Atlanta. Atlanta that is not even going to Europe. You see Como springing up lots of surprises. So the Italian league this season, with what Juventus just did over the weekend, has shown that it is one league that has not been consistently consistent, given the teams that are playing there. But for Pisa and Verona, they've been relegated. So let's
Yeah,
see if
Verona drew 1-1 with Inter.
yes, let's see
away
if
from home.
Cremonese and Lecce, we know will among both of
34,
them.
35.
Yes, we'll see who will join.
But it's
these
good
other
to
two
see how
guys.
safe Como is securing a ticket to Europe.
Yes,
Right.
Como will
1-0 to 1.
definitely play in the Europa League.
If they win
Yes,
They beat Parma
and
over the
Roma
weekend.
Loses, yes.
then they will go to.
I feel like
if Roma and AC Milan, because both of them are 70, so if both teams loses and Como wins, Como will now head towards the
I
championship.
feel like Como might just nick it and then grab that.
They are fifth now on the
The
line.
only thing is Milan will play home against Cagliari. While Roma will playing out from away.
But then
and then Como will also be playing from away.
Away,
too.
yeah.
That's
but
the
but
problem.
Como is playing Cremonese, which I don't think is going to be a difficult game for them.
You
I
never,
think
you never can
for-
say
for
that
me-
because
for-
we've seen teams like that post banana pills. We
And
saw
then
After-
they
yeah,
survive
yeah.
the
yes,
relegation,
Yeah.
they're playing
yes.
home.
Cremonese need that game to survive relegation.
The biggest reason I
and
say
they're at
the biggest reason I say are Juventus, because having lost that game, they're going to play the Turin derby against Torino away from home, and I don't think, in fact, their Champions League hopes are up.
So, but even if Cremonese wins, they will also look at Lecce, also not picking maximum points.
the major thing will be win your game first and then pray.
if Lecce wins, then it's home and dry. That they will also be relegated.
Yeah.
Talking about Cremonese will be relegated because Lecce have 35 points,
Cremonese have 34.
34. So if they win 37, if the other one win 38, so they need to be extremely careful.
And Genoa are not consistent. I mean, it's possible that Lecce might grab all 3 points against Genoa because they're playing at home, and Genoa hasn't been consistent this season.
Now let's wrap things up with what happened in France. It was drama from one end to the other. You don't get to see a league winner being handed the trophy like a thief in the market. And that was what happened to PSG. Just before their final game against Paris FC, they gave PSG the trophy. They went to a particular section where their fans, it was on a wait side, 1,000 fans came. They just gave them the trophy. They took it up, no fireworks, no flare, nothing. They just snapped, and then immediately they snapped, they handed the trophy back and went on to warm up before playing the game against Paris FC, which they lost.
Before that game, there were a lot of talks on how the trophy presentation was going to happen. Remember, these are city rivals,
Yeah.
and then even before that game, Paris FC have made it clear that you guys are not going to celebrate on that day at our home ground, and also they have other plans of their own going into that match.
Because they want to celebrate the end of the season. They also have plans to make farewell fireworks for the players, some of them who will be leaving. They wanted to celebrate them, so there was no space. And for the time of the game, due to time it was played, there was no ample time for PSG to return back to Parc des Princes and do the celebration. And the law there in Paris is that once it is 11, after 11, you don't make huge or loud celebration. So that halted them. But the thing is, they've been handed over the trophy. They can fix, and maybe during the title parade, they can decide to celebrate any way they want. But now it's not even the time to celebrate.
Yes, because teams do that. Even after the season, they now pick a date.
Is it wrong for them to celebrate?
Pick a date to do their
There is a
celebration.
Champions League final coming up. You shouldn't be thinking about that.
But even if they lose the final, it doesn't stop them from also doing a title parade for having won the league.
They can do that after the Champions League final.
Absolutely.
But now it's not necessary.
Absolutely.
Now Ousmane Dembele's injury was so sad. It was taken off just after 30 minutes.
First of all, I want to give PSG kudos this season. They've been able to manage Dembele this season
in the league.
in the league, and especially going into the crucial stages of the Champions League. Remember, before now he has been in and out of the team
squad, yeah.
because of injury, but then he came back when the team needed him most, which was the business end of the Champions League. And then in those games, I mean, the round of 16, the quarterfinal and the semi-final, he got goals in these matches, which was very crucial for this team, and which was what they actually needed. They've been able to manage him properly. But then, we all know the injury history also of Ousmane Dembele, always pulling hamstrings.
While playing at Dortmund,
Barca,
Barcelona, so on.
You get. But then, we don't know the extent of the injury because the club haven't come out to say look at how long he's going to stay. I
Any
think
reports, according to the coach, is he feels that he will be available for the Champions League final. He feels it's just fatigue, but sometimes it might not be.
I don't think he's fatigued. I think he might play in the Champions League final. If he starts, I don't think he's going to play 90 minutes. Even if he doesn't start,
We've seen him taking off in the last 2 games in the Champions League.
especially around 50 something minutes,
Yes.
50 something minutes, they always pull him out because he runs a lot. And if you run a lot as a player, you're always prone to pulling up your hamstring. And that is one of the most difficult injuries to get back from. Apart from the ACL that keeps you for a longer time, what the hamstring does is it keeps you for a period of 2 to 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe maximum 2 months out. But then when you calculate the number of months, 2 weeks, come back, 3 weeks, and then when you stretch it, you've noticed that you spent a lot of time on the injury table, which if a key player is going to affect your team.
So PSG needs to start looking for a replacement for him next season.
Absolutely. And then he's not getting younger somehow. Ousmane Dembele is 28 years. 2 years before his 30. And even at his 30, he's not going to continue to run as he does when he was younger. So it's better. But then they have young stars in that team who also plays in similar position to him. Mayulu, Desire Due.
They can try, but they're not Dembele.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're talking about the player of the season right here in the French League One, the
Ballon
Ballon
d'Or
d'Or
winner.
winner. You get. Now, Dika, let's wrap things up with what happened in France as well. Talking about OGC needs. The fans of OG, their ultras, they encroached the pitch. They started chasing the players, like people with stick crayfish for Amako here. Waiting the players do. They played out a goalless draw. They were supposed to beat Mentz and stand a chance of pulling out of the relegation, but they ended up playing out a goalless draw. Now, that draw, immediately, they just came down, started chasing the players. Luckily for the players, their own security, they at alert. It don't be like our own. Maybe so with the watch match, or they follow the watch match.
Because they anticipated what was going to happen.
Exactly. So Dika, we saw them came to the rescue, curtailed them, and that was it.
Well, yes, the security guys, in France in that game actually did a lot, to make sure that the fans do not get a hold of the players. But I feel that the fans should ask more questions to the club management, to the owners of the team, and not just the players. We've seen what actually happened during the season, for OGC Nice, and it's not looking nice.
No,
Good a team, they are going to play in the playoffs.
Yeah,
But
against Saint-Étienne.
Yes, one game that caught my fancy is the Strasbourg and Monaco game. I feel that the players of Monaco, they should all call all of them, lock them in a room, and give them 24 strokes of the game.
Why?
Because I don't see the reason why you should be winning a game at the 55th minute by 4-1. And guess what the final result was? 5-4. Strasbourg came back
That's crazy.
in less than 40 minutes.
That's crazy.
And scored 4 goals. 4 goals. They were leading in the first half by 3-1, and these players went to sleep. And that has summed up the season for Monaco. They will not qualify into the Conference League. They will not qualify for the Europa, neither the Champions League. But then I give kudos to, I call them the triple L. Lens, Lille, and Lyon. These guys, they maintain some level of consistency.
Especially Lens.
Yes, especially Lens. They
finished
gave
second.
a good fight, yes, by finishing second to PSG.
No, they were almost there.
And from Lille, out of the Blues, this was a team that was struggling at the start of the season. Same thing with Lyon. But then they went on to qualify. One qualified directly to Champions League group phases. The other one for the preliminary rounds. So it's a good one for this team. And for Marseille, they got it late, yes, but then they managed to get, qualification to play in the Europa League. For Rennes, they also play in the Conference League. So the French League has shown that the competition is there, but it has also shown that Paris Saint-Germain are on a class of their own.
So
And
they
then
finished the season with 6 points. That's what they finished ahead of for second place.
Lens.
And just to add, those 6 points were the 2 games they lost against PSG home and away.
That's crazy.
It is what it is. All right, this is what we call it a wrap, guys. Until we come your way next time again, ensure you're following us across all our social media handles as we continue to push for the Champions League final coming up on the 30th, when the whole season will come to its crescendo. But before then, well, Arsenal fans are hoping that they're going to win the league. All they need to do is to win their 2 remaining games and they will be crowned champions. It is very, very possible. It is doable. But there's a Man City waiting for them to take a slip and then they will take advantage. Thank you, guys. Emmanuel Umba, Imarachi Adumoko, and
Good
DJ
luck.
Dika Divine.
Congratulations to our brother Iheanacho, you know, go fair if I know congratulate her.
Yeah.
Iheanacho has found a
For winning
home
the
in
Scottish Premiership
exactly.
with Celtic.
In fact, he played a crucial role in that one because of that penalty.
Penalty scored against.
Motherwell,
That was
right?
Motherwell.
that was before
Hearts.
before they played Hearts, and that was the Hearts were leading the Scottish table for over 280
I felt
something days.
I felt bad for us. I actually wanted them
Which
to win the
career
league.
bad for
They
Hearts?
broke his house, don't worry.
Okay, look at congratulations, Iheanacho. If you see this, we're proud of you. You found a home there, and the fans love you, and we love you too. Keep doing you and keep getting better. And mind you, Carrick, watch out for us next season. Okay, I know
And congratulations to the team that win the Premier League. When we come, we'll celebrate.
All right. Until then, inside the 90, stadium side. Puyaka!